you all for coming. Today I'd like to inform you about recycling. Are you going to throw that away? There are many times that we as individuals take things for granted, or even look what's right there in front of us. Today I would like to discuss recycling. Recycling is taking our unwanted goods and repurposing them. I will now begin to give you knowledge about recycling, the waste we produce, the process of recycled items, and the effects it has on our landfills and pollution. Let's talk about recycling and the waste. Recycling has been around for thousands of years. Recycling can be costly or effective depending on how we use it. During the Depression, recycling was very effective. In fact, they would recycle because they didn't have enough money for new goods. During the war, nylon, rubber, and metal were rationed. During the 1960s and the 1980s, there was an overflow in the landfill, and this was thought to be a crisis, which it was. We were using natural resources at a high rate. The EPA estimated that waste nearly doubled from 2.7 to 4.5 pounds per day. So we began to reconstruct our landfills. This made a decrease of 255 million tons to 243 million tons of waste produced. Many companies use recycling as their income, and they also save money because they're not having to pay to put their garbage in the landfills. Recycling also gives us jobs, 16,000 to be exact, and there is a recycling law. We have to put a certain amount of recycled goods in our new products. Let's talk about what we should recycle. How about paper? That's 37% of our waste. Yes, it's renewable, but sometimes we cut down forests to plant pulpwood trees, which produce our new paper. The process it goes through to be recycled is a water bath with a magnet to take out the glue and staples and produce new paper. And how about glass? Very cost efficient. And many companies recycle bottles, cleaning and disinfecting them and putting a new product. Another process it goes through is being cut into bits, shifted, and heated. How about steel? Easy to recycle and has been recycled for a very long time. The U.S. regulations state that steel needs to be 25% recycled. Junk cars and construction items, well, they're crushed down, melted, and made into sheets. And another thing we think of, plastic. I know all of us have milk jugs made out of plastic. And you know what? Those are not biodegradable. So it's important to recycle. They assort in color and type. Then they're melted into pellets or fibers. They create fleece fabrics, construction materials, and they mold furniture and create insulation. How about aluminum? It saves energy and material when we're making new cars, can save energy and reduce pollution because we're not mining bauxite, which creates aluminum. Cans are the most recycled beverage. In fact, 7 million meters recycled a year reduce greenhouse gas. That's equivalent to taking 5 cars off the road. A process that cans and aluminum go through is they're chopped and heated to remove the paint, melted and mixed together, and put into molds. How about something we don't think of? Electronics. Electronics can be recycled, but it can be costly. Some companies do recycle, and others dispose and reuse with a small fee. How about composite waste? Fertilizer for your garden, old tires, mulch for your children's play yards. We have to think about new ways to reuse things. How about where to recycle them? Curbside pickup. We all have them in our neighborhoods. Place recyclable things in bins and the truck picks them up. Drop-off centers dispose of hazardous waste like paint. Buyback centers, which pay you market value for your unwanted items. And then deposit and refund programs. That's 5 cents for your aluminum cans. Rat Magazine states that the recycling rate of our population from 2007 to 2008 was 34.5%. Well, that needs to increase by 50% by 2050. Recycling contributes financial income, building communities, and creating jobs. 10,000 tons of waste in landfills equals 6 jobs. 10,000 tons of waste recycled equals 36 jobs. You do the math. Now let's talk about landfills. Yes, they cost less, and landfills only add an additional 1 risk of cancer every 13 years. The law states that they need to be lined with clay and plastic to make sure there's a drainage system, gas collection systems, and covered daily and monitored for leaks. Landfills also produce methane emissions, which was reduced from 40 to 10% because we're using the gas landfills give off as energy resources. Pollution. Let's talk about that. Many of our recyclable trucks produce carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, and other gases. They add congestion, litter, and noisy pollution. There was a study showing how much toxic waste a recyclable paper facility creates. An example, recycling 100 tons of newspaper creates 40 tons of toxic waste. And improper disposal is health problems, affects groundwater, and damages biomes. Furthermore, think about all the money you could be receiving from recycling. If you know people who just don't care about recycling, ask if you can have their recyclables and double your profit. This is a good incentive to recycle as well. Maybe even encourage those non-recyclables to do so. But recycling isn't just about the money. It's also about creating a better world for us to live in. I hope you now have a better understanding of recycling process with knowledge about the effects it has on landfill and pollution. Just remember, you're recycling for a cleaner and healthier tomorrow. Thank you.